Hi, folks. Nick Talkert here for another Art Time with Nick. We're just going to be having a good time doing a bit of drawing and just having fun. So, what we're going to do is, as soon as this boots up, because or else there's a slight problem. There we go. Get the clip, get that set up. Right. Thank you. And we will just do one more thing. Our Time with Nick is brought to you by Joe Bachman's Assorted Projects, who was kind enough to uh, donate my StreamYard services. So Joe Bachman Technologies and the brand new Independent Creators Directory. IndieCR. I have got to get the link for that set up. Yep. IndieCD.org, where you can promote yourself and find quality independent creators for when you wish to shop small. These are artists, authors, music designers. You'll find a lot of good people, including myself. You can join it for a flat one-time fee and go check that out. That would be done at, oops, I could do it like this, sorry. IndieCD.org. That's Indie, INDIECD.org. All righty, now let's just get ready and we will swap on over to our lovely drawing stuff. And I am going away because that just kind of takes away from our focus. All righty. And then I will do this on my end. And we should be ready to draw. Please feel free to comment at any point. This is just a happy little draw stream with a happy little man, being me. Pardon the mess that you may have seen while I was working. Well, I like to start out with a landscape, and I will also take art suggestions and requests in the chat. And things are falling over. Yes, I know I need to clean my study, but since we're doing art, we're going to start with a nice cheater. We're going to do soft airbrush and a very let's start with a pale blue. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Kat. Hope you're having a wonderful time. We're a week away from Christmas. I'm in a good mood. And we'll just start now. Now we are layer wise. We are on a normal layer, layer number 1. Nothing fancy or hinky about it. This is still my usual setup for YouTube thumbnail. And I'm just adding some nice, get that kind of radiant energy going out of it. The airbrush is so wonderful with the pressure sensitivity because I can do nifty things. I can also do what I just did. Oh, there we go. Well, mostly. How did I do that? Nope, that's not the one. I have a thing where I have regularly get going and I bump the canvas, and then I have to remember how to reset it back to normal. And that I like that because it view navigator. Where did I put? You know what? We'll make it work till I remember how to fix it. The program I'm using is Clip Studio Paint. It is the EX version. There we go. I don't know why it's being argumentative right now. but it is my favorite mainline paint system, and I just every so often I misplace my tool settings. And whenever I do this, it's comedic because I don't mean to. I only do it when I'm streaming. See, edit, clear memory. There is a way, and I remember having checked it several times how to fix it. But Clip Studio Paint is a great all-in-one reset display. No, it's not that. Uh, art program, and it loves to do this to me though. That's the one thing. I double tap something, and I end up hiding my stuff. Let's see, window, workspace. There we go. Reset to default. Yes. Now that should be back to where everything's where it needs to be. There we go. We have that. We have that. We fixed it. We're going to make a new layer. And yes, that was the question. Which are we using? Clip Studio Paint, the EX version. It's right at the top over here. It is a little pricey. This is 1.0. I bought it when it was half off, and I want to say it was around $100. But it's so full featured that I can't really complain about it. It is ironically my second favorite application of all time. My first is Infinite Painter. Now, you don't need to spend money. There are several great low-cost apps that do much of what this does. But here we go. Let's get this. There we go. Get in the flow. There we are. I recommend Krita. Krita is a wonderful, free, full-featured app. But Clip Studio Paint also has the benefit of being a full animation studio and several very nice customized things for making comics, which part of my bucket list is to make some comics. I want to do top to bottom a comic book. I've been meaning to do it, and you have to have a creator's bucket list, guys. There we go. I got so discombobulated, I lost the rhythm of where I was. I started working on my middle layer before I'd drawn my background layer. That's not what I want. I like mountains. It brings out the inner Bob Ross in me. But you don't have to spend a lot of money. If you want to get started, there used to be a program out there called Paint.net. I think it's still out there, but it is a wonderful, wonderful program for learning the basics of digital coloring and things. See, I need, what do I need? I need a dark. I'm not, let's go a little aggressive. It doesn't hurt to go aggressive. Oh, okay, that was not the color I thought I was reaching for, but I like it. It is a very Purple Mountains Majesty. But anyway, Paint.net is a great place to start. Krita, like I said, it's big, but it's free, but it does use a lot of resources because it has a lot of tools. Honestly, for how I'm currently using Paint.net, it is not Paint.net, Clip Studio Paint. I'm using the EX version. I think I should have bought the Pro, but that's okay. I may just pick up the Pro version. Now, there's a new one that's a subscription service. I am using the old version because I don't believe in subscription services for programs. I have a crazy idea that, well, that's much too small, isn't it? That'll give me some blend. That we shouldn't rent programs. I don't like to rent programs. I like to buy programs. I like to own programs, but I'm not one for renting programs. And that's what it feels like to me. It feels like you're renting your own program. And I always worry that they'll take it away. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure I like that, but we'll play with it. I think I know what I need to do. I think I know how to fix this, but for that I will need some tool changing because I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Some nice, I almost said titanium white. I almost said what we need here is some titanium white. Uh, that is leaking very hard to my artistic origins because there were certain people. Oh, good evening, Jody. That's Jody McVie over at From the Desk of Small Press Publisher. But yes, my a lot of my art training early on came from two distinct sources. Uh, First and foremost, shockingly, with what I'm doing right now, Bob Ross. And I will say this: I haven't found a good fan brush yet. I found one that feels like a fan brush, and I'll be much happier when I do. Anyway, uh, Bob Ross really influenced how I see backgrounds and natural images. Uh, the person who influenced my drawing the absolute most, if I go back to my core, is a gentleman by the name of Mark Kistler. And it is tragic he doesn't get the recognition that he uh, that he deserves, because Mark Kistler used to have this amazing program on PBS called The Secret City. And he would teach you how to draw and see things as shapes. And right now, I feel that art as a concept is under attack by certain technologies. I don't want to cause a big stink, certainly not on this program. This is my chill happy program. But it does mean I'm even more inclined to think that we really need to teach people traditional art, even if it's in theory, because the techniques I use for traditional art, I use in digital art too, very similar. Um, I right now I'm using the blend tool and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I'm going to do some stuff with it because I want to try to get an effect. And how I use the blend tool often is more born from sculpture than than just painting, because you're shaping the paint. And there's a reason for this. What I'm doing is basically I'm kind of layering. I'm still on one layer. I mean, I've only done a background layer. But what I'm doing is I am building up. If this were real paint, see how chunky it is down here? I'm building that up so that I can then take my blur tool and just sort of stretch it. This would be using a wet brush, or if I were doing this kind of thing with with chalks or oil pastels, this would be my finger with that lovely little curled paper spreading tool. So learn your traditional stuff, because there are people who are and maybe correctly saying that with some of the new tools, it will be easier to do it. But you don't ever want to give up the skill, and importantly, the journey to get the skill. Jody says the addition of that color made me think of the Price is Right cliffhanger game. I can see that. I can see that. Many a sick child has had comfort in The Price is Right while sitting on the couch, not moving, trying to work your way through a fever. At least those of us who were products of the 80s or earlier. Not sure when Price is Right came out. But one thing I've seen that you don't see talked about much is the way snow moves. Because snow, and it's a shame my friend Johnny isn't here because Johnny Cage has never seen snow. I believe he still believes cold as a concept is a hoax, which is okay. I'm not sure if that is a blessing or not. That remains to be seen. I want a second layer for what I'm going to do next. So, oops, hit the wrong button. There we go. Let's put this away. So let's add, and right now we're working on normal layers. I'm not doing anything fast or loose. They're just stacked normal layers. Oh, Ben here, and it is a hoax. And 1972 began the Bob Barker era. Well, that would be the appropriate era for me, and The Price is Right. As I sit here in my hoodie because I have to redo all my extreme cold weather covers for my window, I kind of wish it was a hoax there, Johnny, but it's good to hear from you. Good to see you out. Now we're going to go back to our. I have to think about this for a second. Do I want to go? Because look, we have options. I'm going to take, and I can use the airbrush tool to just sort of add. Okay, that does look pretty good. The coiling snow coming up, because in art you hear a lot about light direction, the light source. We talk about that. We don't talk enough about the wind sources. But if we're adding movement to a piece, and I want this piece to have some movement, this is a cold piece. We need to think of where the wind's coming from and where it's going. And by just using the airbrush, I can uniformly add that layer. And this funny disturbance at the top starts to make a lot more sense because that's. Let me just do this. I want to do this. And then come here with my smudge. But it adds the snow is moving along the mountainside. And that's part of what makes it very real to anyone who's had to endure it. So that's what's going on in the mountains in the background. So I like that. And I like the way that's all kind of flowing around. It's still, it needs something. Like up here looks a little mellow. But I got to remember that this will be double duty for the logo. So I have to leave a space for the logo roughly up there. And I'm sorry I didn't do this yesterday like I usually do. Oh, it's doing its save thing. That's fine. Yesterday, I wasn't feeling terribly well. My whole family's been sick for quite some time. And while I'm doing better, I really needed a full day of just kind of being a slug on the couch, which is it's against what I prefer to be, but it also has curtailed my holiday plans because, kind of got to build up to the holidays. And by now, I normally would have done a lot more than I have. I'm having some trouble with the adulting nature of the holidays and just some emotional junk, which isn't like me, but that's part of why we do art, because art gives us an escape and it gives us a hope. Yeah, let's make this just a little higher. I hate covering up that beautiful mountain, but want I want to get the pass looking right. I have the image is very it's in my head. I kind of know where this one's going. So, which is rare here, and I'm going to grab. I don't want that. That's the gray I used. That nice indigo gray, though. Have to remember that. I quite like that. Oh, my size is way too big for what I'm doing. 15? 15 is good. Okay. Because you know me, there's going to be some trees and some happy foresty stuff. It's just how I operate when I'm doing this type of picture by now. But it's gonna be a little different, little more desolate, because this is a pretty picture, I think, but I'm coming into it feeling things, and I'm not sure how I want to manifest those things that I feel, because it's not the holidays just hitting funny. So when you feel things and you don't know exactly why or what's going on, but they're kind of big, feely things, you put it somewhere. You let it become a thing. And what this is reminding me of, I went on an adventure once, been on many little adventures, but we were coming across America and head out west. And we happened to go through Yellowstone National Park. I think we were on our way to the Grand Tetons, but I can't quite remember. During a forest fire. It was rather harrowing, and like all great stories of that nature, bittersweet and a touch staggering, because you know what when you see a force of nature that immense and watch what it does, it humbles you and humanizes you just a bit. It makes you remember that we have not mastered nature like perhaps we sleep at night thinking we have, and we certainly have not slain it like some people seem to be trying to. So that leaves us with this. We have to admit it's part of us, but it's also it should be not be feared nor loathed, but respected. And the only way to respect it is to get out and experience it a bit, which means sometimes being afraid when things are worthy of being afraid, fearful. But in this case, I think where we are, this is the winter after the forest fire, when the shells of the trees still, some still stand, but they stand broken and brittle and burnt. And the miracle of regrowth hasn't really hit yet. It's a somber and frankly dangerous time. And I think we go through these such times in our lives where we've been through a lot. And the last few years, especially for a lot of people, have been a lot. And some may be good, some may be not so good. I mean, we lost a lot of people, lost a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of hope, and that can impact. But when you're journeying through this, all you can do is sort of let's put that on another layer just to be safe. You have to make your way through. You have to. Wow, I haven't used a multiply layer at all yet. Wow. Anyhow, you have to brave the storm. You have to make it through. And anybody who's been out in the thick of the storm, when there's not much hope, and you're just trying to make it, it changes you because you've survived it. And you'll never really be the same kind of person after you've been through a storm like that. And that's okay. It's necessary, I think. It's part of what I did. Sorry. What is that? I don't know what that is, but that's nothing I'm going to worry about. It is multiply. Good. I had to double check. Thing is, you have to let yourself understand that you've been changed. I mean, perhaps only a bit, but you're not who and what you once were. And funnily enough, sometimes all you can do is admit, wow, I am not who I once was. And you find yourself dealing with discovering what that actually means. Because over the course of this, I lost a lot of people. Some to death, some to trauma. Because we as a nation, perhaps even as a world, allowed ourselves to become separated, isolated. And without admitting that, without realizing that, oops, that can go away. Please go away. Thank you. That's where we have to grieve. And lately I had to do some of that. I had to do some grieving of who I was and who I thought I was going to be. Opportunities lost, opportunities missed. and just had to go through it. Because even if it's accurate, the depth of certain misconceptions can be quite painful. And that's going to be part of it. It's just a tragic and simple truth that among it all, we will have loss to endure. And that's okay. There are lines of people who are afraid to tell you that it's okay to be sad sometimes, or bummed, or contemplative, because it takes so much to make life have value, to look at the meaning of the life we lead and decide what it's going to be. And sometimes, especially if you're being honest with yourself, it's not pretty because no one is always pretty. Everyone has bad days or failings, or you go through your Waterloo and you're tried and weighed and measured and found lacking at that point. And it's hard. But if you keep trying and you really work at it, sometimes that lets you grow into something new. And we learn more through failure than success. And I think that's a great point to end on. So I'm going to sign my art real quick, and then I'm going to save it as a video like I usually do. Let's see. Let's get way down here. And we'll take this piece and we'll export it. We know how to do. Oh, actually, let's say save as. Through the pass. Oh, pardon my yawn. Oh. So give that a second to click and whir. And while I'm doing that, work through some dark colors, feeling grays. We'll do something a little more active in just a second. But while I'm setting up for that, I'm setting up this part, because you guys know what's coming next. You've seen me do this enough. These will all be set up as quick play in my art time lapse playlist. The count short, some will not. Okay. Because that's stuff YouTube does, and I'm not really worried too much about what YouTube does. I'm worried about stuff that makes people feel better about themselves, about their world, understanding what's going on, and by working through this, we all learn more. And I want us to learn more. I want us to be educated and exasperated. And let's see, export single layer PNG. Pass. And we'll just do that. All looks good. I know this is a kind of fast, fairly mellow piece, and I kind of came at it in a soft-spoken mode. That's fine. I'll get more exaggerative as my day passes. But now we have to do here, which means I get to come over here, go from Sylphane, which means that's working on something. Ooh. To Comic with a K, because I tried to match Brian K. Morris's formatting in bright red. Whoops, I don't need to do that. What happened there? There we are. Maybe? Oh, that font size is being insane. There we go. I can type. Oh, I can't. I'm terrible at it. What? Yep. That's not going to help me either. That's fine. I will just retype it then because I hit the wrong button. Mistakes happen, folks. I blunder my way through life pretty much all the time. But if you're doing your best and you're sincere about it, it usually works out okay. And we'll say file, save as. I have lost track of. Oh, wait. No, I should be able to go NTF. Okay, I see 72 is the biggest number, so we'll say S1, E73. And we will save that as a ping. And save it. There we go. Nope. I almost typoed that. Ha ha ha. Ha! I caught it. I caught it. Okay. That should fix it. Ha ha ha. Because sometimes you need all that. Now we'll just shrink that. And we will go File, Save As, go ping, NTFS1, E 73. So hopefully I'll have that fixed. I had some errors last time. Yes, that looks. Okay, cool. That's done. Now, File New. We'll do that. Hit OK. Close that off. And we're right back. We're at the start. About 40 minutes in. A little slower than usual, but I was talkative. So let's be a little more drawy. I feel like drawing. Go 0.7. Go a nice light blue. Need to draw something. What do I need to draw? And please, guys, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. I am trying to get this out. And don't be afraid to give suggestions if you're still chatting and watching. I can't really see my numbers because of the way I have to have my system set up. But let's see. There. Well, there. Not quite, Johnny. I'm still at the lowly sketch phase. There we go. Feminine without being, we'll say, excessive. That's better. Pull that. The legs aren't working the way I want to. I'm freestyling a pose basically to figure out if I want to do it for what I'm doing. And I'm undecided. It's been a while. I want to get this pose right. I'll figure the foot out in a minute. That part goes there. That foot goes there. Get a little fluffiness. A little fluffiness. Ouch, the couch. Get the hand up. Get the book going. See, we're not as far off topic as you guys might have thought we were. I just wanted to feel, I don't know, comfy. So I'm doing a comfy feeling picture. Is that what she's wearing yet? I just know it's an elf. Fairly anime. And she's a fairly avid reader. There we go. Put a sleeping cat with her. That's fun. That's not bad. Especially for the nature. That's not bad. I'm going to tinker with her face, but I'm drawing sideways. Normally I would have turned everything around. Let's see, what is she wearing? T-shirt. Oh, I see what's going on here. I know what this means. This calls for bunny slippers. Should she be wearing them on her couch? No, but it's her couch, so I'm not going to yell at her. So she's got her bunny slippers on. Had a little bulk from the sweater. Yeah, there we go. That's not bad. Now she looks slacking properly. Oh, well, properly. I still need to play with that bottom foot, but that's okay. That's going to be a fun one. I like this one. I am, however, going to do some cheater moves real soon. Let's see. I had no idea what I was going into here for this, but we need another layer. And this layer, let's go here for a second and make it blue so I know it's a blue layer. And this one will get purple because that is going to be my line layer. That way I have another way to check it, but I'm going to make life easier on myself, and I'm going to rotate my canvas. Chunk. Ding. And zoom right in. I have a little side tool tablet-y thing that I haven't learned how to use yet, but I don't think I want to experiment with that live. That's a little too new to me. I want to play with her face a bit. So what do you guys do when the weather's cold? I mean, I know Johnny doesn't believe in cold. But I figure some of the people who spend more time around the cold might know your favorite pastimes. I mean, are you readers? I wake up. You wake up when it's cold? Okay. Well, I suppose it might be. I got to think about it. It might be cold in the mornings for you, and cold's still relative. Oops. My hand's a little shaky today all of a sudden. Which may mean it's time to eat something real soon. I don't like that ear. Come on. Fine. We'll just keep more towards the original lines and work with it later if I have to. There we are. Haha. Okay, let's see. Ignore the sounds of crashing. That's just stuff falling off my table because my keyboard isn't where it normally is, and things are sliding. I'll just do this. Go here. I'm going to have to play a lot with the shading and turning it before I, commit to how I want the shading to look. But I'm going to give her a chill shoulder sweater. I think that's a good look. It's distinctive. And it covers what's going on, which is oh yeah, my J. Scott Campbell's coming out real fast. Anyway, not a great hand, but at least it's mine and not AI. I can visit it later. We'll do this, and we'll just let that dry off. There we go. Perfect. Not in the slightest. A start? Absolutely. Because apparently I'm going to go with as challenging and slightly BS a start as I can, just because I enjoy suffering. We got this. We'll do this because a little bit of ribbing there and there will make that look better. I'm going to have to do something with this. Oh no, because it would go there because of the shoulder. A little bit of poof and some twists. I just want her to look cozy. Wrist, thumb, hand, back out. Hit it and quit it. Now we're getting somewhere. Now her shirt kind of rumples up a bit. That's fine. Actually, I'm going to do this. I want to make some, because that makes it a little more fun. There we go. Boop. There we go. And we'll put the rumples there. We'll throw some rumples along here. I'll come visit it when I don't have quite so much going on. Then the top plate goes there and over. There and there and down. Oops, that line was off. Sorry, guys. But there, sweep in there. She's got kind of small ankles. That's okay. She's not running around a lot in her floppy bunny house slippers. I don't know. I'm going to play with the bunny house slippers a bit. See the foot better there, so we'll give it a little more shape. Loop from the ear. Loop from the ear. The toe of the house slipper. Pull down the side. There we go. There we go. Give it the eye. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll give her that. And we'll give her that. Now, this is important. If you're drawing anybody with a potential point for indent, be sure to give that little point a chance. Because some people fixate on thighs, and that is where the happy lives for them. Oh, we've got that. Oh, I see what's wrong. I made a mistake. Okay, hold on. Let me fix this. I'll give her the inference of an undershirt. There was a little bit of a line. I lost the word for it. It's like where a line is parallel and they overlap and it doesn't quite look right. It's very annoying. Tangent, I think. Close enough. Anyhow, she looks inked pretty well. Let's do the next character in Scream. And yes, I'm adding just a little bit of fur to the cat. Not that the cat cares or appreciates, but it is what it is. Now, let's see. What else are we working on? I don't need this part blocking up my screen, so let's make it a little easier. There we are. Give her a big old wadded kind of pile of pillows, blankets, etc. right on top. We'll just do that. That's nice. We'll give the back of the chair. Almost forgot her book. So, what do you guys think she's reading? I like to ask these questions of my subjects, both my digital guests and the people whose lives I create in story form. I'll give her one of those necklaces just because I like it. She needs some more. She needs some more detailing, doesn't she? Because she's obviously wearing like the fairly slumpy sweater. And that's just a given. But the pants need something. They need branding. What should I put as branding on those pants? Oh, I know what I'll do. Never waste an opportunity to do something cool. She has merch for my buddy Joe Bachman's new site, Indie Creators Directory. And since Joe does so much for us, we'll make this elf a bit of a fan. Because, we got to shop small. And it's not too late, guys, to shop small for Christmas. If you've got money to spend it with the little guys. Because the little guys need it. They need it to get their kids to soccer practice or medicine or just trying to buy eggs when they're $4 a dozen. But oh, it's funny you say soccer. Okay. Soccer is a term And what it is born from the early days of what you would call football. There was a type of slang running through England where they would cut off the first part of the word, and then add er to the end. And what happened was, while what you think of as football was becoming very popular, had been developed, rugby was also very popular. And at the time, there was some confusion over which one of them was football. So they, when they codified the rules, of the association of football, or they would just say association, you know. But because of the trend of the time, they took association, cut off the end, added associate, and turned it to soccer. And the name ironically stuck. Now, I will say American Hand-Egg, or what Americans call football, does seem to bother me in its name because it is rarely, aside for a designated dude who kicks, not much use of the feet is involved. However, that is the terms often used in America. And it is funny. Never in the history of the World Cup have I heard so much about it during, American broadcasts. I don't know what's going on, but they were working very hard to try to make me care. And I find that funny because I don't care about most sports. I occasionally I try to catch the Olympics because one, the Olympics have the cool sports that people don't talk enough about during the rest of the year. Fencing, biathlon, because skiing and shooting is just about as cool as things can be. Wrestling, martial arts, things like that. That I'll sit and watch. But then again, most of those are more oh yeah, that's going to work great. So we'll take this layer. Goodbye layer. Yes. I just have to fix a couple misses, but that's not bad. Go on the proper layer so there isn't an issue, and we'll just helps use the right tool too. Pow. What's going on that they need a new distraction? Well, part of it is it's the advertisers, because with everything that happened, people just aren't watching broadcast television that much, and they're certainly not watching your major sports in America: baseball, basketball, football, and football. And they're trying. The advertisers want to sell advertising. They want us to buy stuff. The problem is the economy is tanking, and we don't have money to buy things. 1 second. So I had to stop for a beverage. It used to be, it was very easy to manipulate the public because we only had a few channels, and you could, make it where people would, I'm going to go to a multiply layer here because I'm going to be doing some coloring because, well, why not? So we'll hit multiply and we're golden. So let's color this. We'll go green. There we go. Normally that'd be a background color, but I'm not. Yeah, that works. It's just too small. Anyway, No, I want her to be a darker skinned elf. Like at least a deep brown, deeper brown. Yeah, that works good. She needs some color to her. Let me zoom in so it is easier. Anyhow, whoops, and I did the wrong thing to fix that. There's a lot going on that people want, that governments, etc., want us to be distracted by, and that's okay because that's what they want. It's not what they get. And what they're distracting in America a lot from is, like I said, eggs. I saw a friend of mine was at a popular supermarket chain, well, store chain. Now, it is a touch higher price than most, but we're selling eggs for nearly $5 a dozen. This is insane. How's it go? What pen am I using? Because this doesn't feel like the right pen. Ah, ha, ha, I see what's going on. I need my Millipen back. Bonk. The Millipen, by the way, is not pressure sensitive. It gives you a solid, this is what you get, which in some pictures, is less than desirable. But in the case of this, I would far rather have it because I want consistency in her color. I can do things later to modify it if I choose to, but I kind of I like how she looks. That hand will definitely need work, but we'll see. Like I said, as long as it's better than AI, that's all that counts. I also have a small commission project coming up. It's an art project where I will be doing an art piece for a lovely lady in my life who wants to keep anonymous. So pretty soon I'll be doing a piece to be her author picture. And I keep telling her she should go the route of VTuber because if you want to be online doing things, uh, you have to have a way of representing yourself. And if you need to hide behind a pseudonym for safety reasons or privacy reasons or preference, even, it's not my place to judge. That's fine, but make sure you have a pseudonym that people remember and some kind of avatar situation to be your face. And since she's an author, I may have to do an author picture for her. We're at that pricing negotiation. Why not go full weeb? I get it. Hey, I nearly became a uh, whoops. Let me see. Yep, a like VTuber. I still might because I have a character that really, really is calling for it. And depending on what I'm doing, I might do that. And you can't call me a full weeb. I was an otaku. I predate weebery. I saw an article where people were talking about you've missed out on Outlaw Star. And I'm like, speak for yourself. I loved Outlaw Star. And Outlaw Star is another great anime. Uh, distinct universe, wonderful roleplay potential. And I may have borrowed concepts from it at points. Now, she's got nice dark skin again. She needs a hair color. And it has to be, obviously, one relatively not found in human. Does she want blue? I have not done blue hair in a very long time. So I think I'll do blue. Let's see how this looks. Oh, I like that. I'm okay with that. That works. It's not perfect, but one, my brush is too big for perfection. And two, I was going to go either pink or purple with this, but I really think the blue was a solid choice because it pops nicely. And again, I'll take a moment while I'm doing this and say, please like, share, and subscribe. Pass this around. When you see me live, let folks know so that they can get in and talk about things and make requests, because I will gladly, any day of the week, answer questions about how I do things. Uh, let's see. Well, I know, like parts I know, and I can't tell you how I know, but I know, yeah, that stripe is definitely like pink. And the leggings are a light gray. The little leggings, shorty dudes. They are definitely they're a gray. I know that because I can see them in my head. How do you know that? I don't know. I'm an artist. I never know what I'm doing. I just channel the ether and see what comes strumbling out. And while we're here, let's do these right because these dudes definitely deserve some pink bunny love. And I can clean up some of the stuff later, but I want to get the ideas down before I lose them. I bet it isn't better than Shun hugging Hyoga in the House of Libra. I do not know that reference. I can try to find out. What is this? There we go. But I am behind on some of the newer anime because it's not like I have Crunchyroll. And I am the guy who will put anime-like objects in anime category because I basically like Castlevania is not considered anime to some. The animated series. Do we want to go purple or do we want to go green or orange? Let's see. Let me see what this. Let me see. Let me see. Right. Yeah. Let me see what this looks like. See if I like that. Well, it'll work better if I. Nope, that's not the color I want. Oh, the dat. Okay. Oh yes, Saint Seiya. Oh, go! I'm trying to look forward, and I should be looking back. Wow. Yes. That happens. That happens, and yeah, that'll do. This. Uh, it makes a certain class of fan very, very happy. So I'm not. It happens. There's a lot of shipping that is with that is well supported because there are a lot of people in history that and especially media who well they were just roommates and many times they clearly weren't, and there are many cases of friendship that it's popular to go the other route with and uh, make simply be about you know romance because that makes a lot of fans very, very happy. It's striking. I haven't watched Saint Seiya in eons. I really need to rewatch Saint Seiya. It's been too long. If I can't remember character names, which granted I am terrible with character names, but the color I want. Yeah, that's the color I want. I need to rewatch Saint Seiya. Thank you for the reminder. I'm not even upset. Was shows breaking it. This is the biggest meme of the series. Point, go. You had to activate the Wayback File for me. God, it's been so long. And now my brain's screaming for Samurai Pizza Cats. Anyhow, that went the wrong way. I'll use a smaller brush to trim things in, but. And yes, I could do shady things with Phil and not have to worry about many of my problems. But I sometimes take the coloring of these pictures, as just oddly comfortable. I'm coloring, la la la. I'm coloring pretty. I gotta fix that with a smaller one too, so we'll get rid of that. That's fine. But I think this is a fun picture. She looks like she's having a cozy winter day, and it actually did brighten my mood. Now, the power of friendship is a great trope. The power of friendship is a devastatingly good trope. What if I have Saint Seiya tucked away? I have a Saint Seiya hat tucked away, but I don't know if I have Saint Seiya. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, well. We'll fix that later. Strangers who are knights, exchanging glances, fighters who are knights, finding romances, saving the world again. Fighters who are knights of the round table, saving the world because they're able. I am in an odd mood. Anyhow, odd moods work. Odd moods work. Well, I'll have to fix her foot too. You could slow down and zoom in and not have this problem, eh? I could. And I could be at Burger King eating a rodeo cheeseburger. But I am not. When I'm done with this stream, I'm going to go do some type of dinner. Haven't decided what. And I'm going to have I'm talking about early villain gave his life to save the hero. Oh God. I thought it would be a bad idea to try and believe. Oh God. I thought it wouldn't be a bad idea to try and believe in this thing you called friendship for once. Oh! Shot through the heart. Oh God. Don't you dare inflict that level of schmaltzy feels on me, because I'm an absolute sucker for that. Boo doo boo doo boo boo doo boo doo doo. Do, 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 do. Oh, that's the wrong shade. I need that. But again, this is just another fun live stream picture. Oh God, now I really do need an old school anime die. Oh, I will. Shiryu literally poked his own eyes out to have slam chance. Yes. Oh. No, 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 no. That's enough. Ow. Not needed. No. Uh, I have a thing about people messing with eyes in general. It is not my jam. My jam. I could eat some jam right about now. Anyway, because the name of the show should have been Saint Shiru. Yeah. Yeah. See, I had blotted a lot of that out of my head. I do that. I watch a show, I enjoy it, and then I do my best to forget it so I can rewatch it later. Uh, it's like I'm trying to. I mentioned Outlaw Star, and I'm really in the mood to rewatch Outlaw Star. It's just, oh god, it's been a while. And I also remember there were a couple problematic things about Outlaw Star, besides the pure awesomeness that the ships had arms and would wrestle in space. Because of course, you don't have a grappler ship. Why don't you have a grappler ship? Everyone should have a grappler ship. But just cleaning this up. This is a fun, like I said, fun live stream piece. And I'm at an hour 20, 2 pieces in. So I am very close to having the majority of my work cut out for me, so to speak, or at least done. Get some of these uh, holidays. Have to get this because it was looking for a second like she stepped in blood or something. It was kind of squicking me out. I have to be very careful. I have to come over here and erase that line. Just that line? Yeah, I think we're good. And we're back on our multiply coloring layer. Whenever I jump layers, I get a little nervous I'm going to screw something up. Oh, I'm still on. Helps to assign the correct tool. But yes, there is a special if you go to uh, indcd.org for artists and creators trying to set things up. Where you get a one-time payment to join the service, and it's a good deal, folks. It is a staggeringly good deal, and you know me, I wouldn't lead you astray. Also, want to remind you that, oops, because I have this thing where I don't trust social media anymore. It's not like I trusted it to be of service or whatever. No, I mean I literally don't trust it to continue existing. I lost a whole bunch of friends back when I was on in the Yahoo chats and things under different handles, and I lost a whole bunch of friends when MySpace kind of went blink. So now now I am very protective. That's why nicholastucker.com exists, so that I am fairly easy to find. Let's see, how's this coming? We're getting there, guys. We are getting there. And Saint Seiya also had better sad music than Naruto that people should know about. That's true. You're right. Uh, Naruto is not bad, and it's a lot of people's starter anime. It's one of the generational starter animes, so it deserves respect for that. But it can be a touch rough. I'm not hating on it in any way, shape, or form. So please, I believe The phrase is "Don't come at me." But that's a good color. That was a fun choice. I like that choice. Oh. Yeah, so no. You can't see it, but Johnny got me to facepalm really hard by mentioning that. That's right. Oh, okay. To get us off Saint Seiya while I'm working, but stay vaguely on old school anime. What do you think about the new Vash Trigun reboot that is going on right now? Hmm? I've seen some images. The art style is different. I would like to hear your opinion on it because I imagine you are a Trigun fan. Getting tired. Not of arting, just I'm sleepy. There is some very, 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 very unpleasant cold weather coming the way. I think modern animation has got to get rougher. Yeah. I looked at it and I went, wow, they're trying to do Ruby style animation, but there's no it doesn't have the, what do you want to call it? The heart. So it falls kind of into the uncanny valley because it's like when you look at the Masamune Shinro animations, such as uh, Tank Police or Ghost in the Shell, there is an organic quality to it that's just, it's mesmerizing. And to an extent you get that, well, yeah, not to an extent, completely. Ghibli still seems to be clinging to that as the last best hope for entertainment. But it makes me wonder what. Oh, a string fell down and like coiled around my leg and wigged me out for a moment. Oh god, I have so very many holidays in this picture. But I want to get this shaded and kind of get moving down the line a bit. So we're gonna go multiply again. This is gonna go fast because we're going multiply. Pow! We've hit the multiply button. Actually, while we're on this layer, let's give it a color. We'll go orange. Fine. That way, when I'm coming back, it's easier for me to keep visual track of. We're grabbing again a nice boom shade. Let's start with her. And yes, I see the numerous coloring faults. This is sort of, I need to dial my speed up to get done what I need to get done so that I can eat because I am hungry. Now, by using multiply, and I tell this every week because it's one of my favorite tricks, and anyway, and using again either a very soft brush like the airbrush or a very rigid brush like the Millipen. You know, as a tool, the Millipen, it seems very, very steadfast, very reliable. You get quick, just you throw a light shade on there. You just think about where the light isn't or isn't as much. From wherever you think the light should be, and you just kind of that over. Whoops. Boy, did I derp that. Let me put this away because I don't need to look at that. You don't need to look at that. All we need to look at is what I'm working on. Which we can do a little bit here, a little bit there. Boom. There we go. But yes, I learned, oh my gosh, I learned so much of how to shade and just make stuff look right from watching Mark Kistler's The Secret City. And I was so excited, I found it on YouTube, but it's a bootleg and it's from very, very scratchy VHS. So it's basically unwatchable, and it makes me sad because Mark Kistler's still doing live streams. He's still teaching kids and new artists the basics of cartooning. And it's funny because while stylistically it's very far from where I usually live, it still speaks to me. It still has lessons to give. And you never, guys, when you're chasing the foundations, chasing improvement, or trying to get better, the trick in any of it, martial arts, marksmanship, oops, made a goof there, writing. When you don't know how to get better at something, go back to the basics. Because by going back to the basics, you'll get a better idea of surprisingly everything, and you'll be able to revisit what you thought you knew. That's why I love teaching people, because when you teach somebody something you love, one, you have to look at it through a new person's eyes, and that always provides perspective. And two, that's how you find out what you're doing, if you're doing right or wrong. Because if you're doing right, it will. Let's just do this. See if I can fix it that way. Just a little bit. That's not bad. I like that. I have room to put Nevermind the Furthermore across the top somewhere. I think it's time to sign it. Let's go back to the drawing layer. Let's go back to pen, the good pen. Because I do kind of like the good pen. I need to play with Zero though. Oh, and go black. Go 7 sounds good. Find where I should be on here. That little bit is stuck in my head thanks largely to a lovely lady by the name of Kat Rothmel, because she said something to me that made me think of Casablanca, which is one of the greatest films ever made. It's in my top 5 movies of all time. It's not my favorite movie of all time because my criteria isn't based on quality per se. It's based on enjoyment. And while it isn't, the quality has been, people call it camp, might be a good way of looking at it. But Big Trouble in Little China always provides amusement. I like her. Y'all like her? Let's see. Let's save you first because I made that mistake last time. And we're going to go Cozy Couch Elf. And that will be the big name for it. And that'll get in my backup file. So we'll give that a minute. Oh, it's 6:30. I was going to be off about now, but I need at least one more picture before I can. So we'll see. We're going to export the time lapse. Boom. And we'll just hit OK. Because I can come back and eat and boring. This is how we build a stream because, guys, I stream 3 times a week on this channel. For Never Mind the Furthermore from 10 till about 11:30. I try not to overstep some of my other friends' broadcast times, although I've been recently scolded not to worry about it, so I will stop worrying about it. And at least in theory, I host on Friday nights a show where we talk about sword fighting and making your own gear and other such amusements. PNG. And we can come here. Text. Okay. Okay, cool. That should be good. Oh, you know me too well. Johnny says, I bet you'll still worry about it. I always worry. It's in my bones to worry. Okay, we did that. I have to just come over here. Thank you. Because I respect people like Nita Lanning, who I want to have on my show one of these days. And of course, Daphne Lade. She's been a major powerhouse in a lot of animation that I have taken in and I respect. And I've learned a lot from watching her. So it's one second. There, more. I'm gonna have to play with the placement of that, but let's close that up. Yeah. Let's shrink this a little bit. But I don't want to risk drawing people away from them when they're trying to make money. But they've told me to stop worrying, so I will endeavor to try. It's very difficult for me, and Johnny knows that because I tend to be how should we say, supportive to a fault. Export single layer ping 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 NTF S1. Oh, not S that. S1 E74. This is a fun one. I like this one. Save. And we'll do that. And we'll do that. And that looks good. It's not perfect, but man, I'm okay. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to let it just be. Alrighty. So all that's set up. Now we can close it. We have to do one more. Do not save because I don't want that saved with the logo. New. Okay, so this is the last one before Christmas. Christmas. It needs to be Christmassy. It needs to be like, whoa, Christmassy. Whoa, Christmassy. Let's see what we can do with this. Get the mojo going. Get something to drink here. Hold on. Okay. First thing we need. Bam. Blue. That's a good blue. We can work with that blue. We're going to go. Yeah, we'll keep that because it'll be sketchy. That's a good size to start with. And we'll go. Oh, that is, it's really hard to draw on a thing when you grab something that isn't the stylus. All right, we need a Christmassy scene. We need a Christmassy scene. Oh. Hi, Carl. That's Carl Witzman, author, host of all sorts of things, and just a really cool guy. Hi, Carl. Yeah, we are. This is the third thumbnail image, and it's getting just a little late, so we'll just kind of hop. I'm hopping and popping and scooting and shooting for this, but that's okay. We'll go very, very classic scenery. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. The window right next to the fireplace is a trope that bugs me, so we're gonna get rid of that. Oh, hi, Nick, Johnny, and lurkers. Yeah, welcome. Sup? Must have missed the notification. I saw stuffing food in my gullet. That's fine. This is my unscheduled show. I know not many people make it. I try to keep it roughly on Saturday afternoons, but sometimes that doesn't work. That's why the show, Art Time with Nick is whenever Nick has time to art. It's all about getting the art done. I keep wanting to put a window over here, but it does not make sense with the picture. So we're going to do this. Like your early morning show that you do about twice a year before anyone else is awake. Well, once in a while you do that. I get that. Sometimes my insomnia hits me, and I have to do something with myself. And if I'm drawing online and I'm not doing anything else or not in a real hurry, because I draw faster when I'm by solitary. I'm not keeping track, and I don't usually broadcast my mechanical dreams, but Oops. My mechanical art. 'Cause, that would be, I'd have to re-rig my camera holder. And I'm not really feeling re-rigging my camera holder. Will you just give me my color back? Thank you. I don't know if I want to add a grate or not. Yeah, we'll see. It does need a mantle, though. You gotta have a mantle. A mantle of stone. There we go. Now back here, I can put a window and imply that that's, on a wall back there. Huh. Fortunately, my humming is so off tune, and I forgot to turn my music on. That's why this has been so weird. Well, Triple J's bras don't make sense either, but you don't see that stopping me. Point. Had to think about how to respond to that, but yes. Saw the shield that you made. I was trying to think of another use for the plastic sled thing. Might make a cool windbreak. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sorry, my speed draw mode has been mildly activated, so things are happening rather quickly. And yes, I do agree it would make a cool windbreak. Let's take my glasses off so I can get right into it. That is not going to work for what I need to do. Hello? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? That's a little aggressive for what I'm trying to do. Go back to the good. Actually, no. Yep, that's the pen I need, the G pen. We're going a little old school, but that's okay. Nice, bold, fat lines. Yes. Oh yeah, wonderfully useful thing. Never do anything for just one reason. I love exercises and mental flexibility. It lets you adapt and change and make what you're looking for really shine. There we go. There we go. This is a fun picture. This is a fun picture. I kind of like how this is going. Very This feels like the old speed challenges I used to give myself, where I'm trying to just get the picture done as quick as possible. And see that it doesn't have to be perfect. Because believe it or not, for all my failings, I am an aspiring perfectionist. And that can completely wreck my day when I can't hold myself to my own standards. Which probably sounds silly because I'm very tolerant of other people having different standards. But you'll hear me say things like, "Well, that's fine, but that's other people. I'm not other people," and it sounds really, really weird. It's the odd mix of having doubts and stuff, but at the same time believing that somehow secretly I am meant to be a superhero grade entity able to do anything and everything if I could just figure out the right angle to pull it off. So, I'll get that down. And next time I'll remember to turn the music on. Sorry about that, guys. At least now I know why it felt so very quiet in here. Let's see. Uh, my son, being autistic, does not really appreciate music a lot of the times. There are a lot of times he would far be happier with silence. And so much of the time for his comfort, I have to spend in what I would deem an uncomfortable silence. So you get used to it and you forget, oh, wait, I am not forced to be silent at this moment. It's sort of like mustard. I don't like plain mustard, like plain yellow mustard. I do not like it. I've never really liked it. It's just not my jam most of the time. Honey mustard, sure, but that's a different story. However, I used to constantly buy it because I was so used to buying it when I went out with my parents when I first moved out. I would buy it for myself, even though I didn't like it. And we all have little things like that we carry around that we'd be much better served if we didn't. So, oh, Dijon's not bad. I don't mind brown mustards either. I just don't. I find regular yellow mustard to be needlessly sharp. Might be a good way to put it. I'm almost. This is much better. This feels good. Got a little bit of my mojo back. It's been a while. It's been a while since I could hold my head up high. No, do that and do that. I know I got to zoom back out because I have more space. Now we do this. this. That. Window. And yes, I have a very nice Christmas light brush, but I don't feel like using a very nice Christmas light brush. I want this to feel different. There we go. Coffee's hot. Gotta keep the coffee hot. Here we go. I don't know if I'm going to color this one. I kind of like the black and white. Every once in a while, it's nice to be a little. It needs something. It's nice, aside from like smooth jazz playing in the background or some Christmas bossa nova. Maybe it does need color. Okay, you guys talked me into it. Twist my arm. I have a few minutes left before I need to call it, so let it click. Let's go here. Let's make this a multiply layer. And we'll start simple. Yeah, I have a plan. That is insufficient. I'm going to go back to my marker, back to the Millipen. Let's see what size are we. Let's. Yeah, I don't want to mess around at this part. Yeah, it's too bold. Don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing because I'm going to do a trick. And the trick will make things work. Pow, pow. Yeah, I got to do that like that. That's fine. Now, because this is like, I don't know, speed flatting. But that's okay. It's okay. We have plans. I have plans. Don't worry. I just gotta get this move done. Oh, that's a little too big for that. That's fine. So we'll just not worry about that. We'll go keep on keeping on. Trying to get my speed back because I used to be fast. And now I'm too slow. So we gotta go, 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 go. Yeah, gotta keep moving. Moving. Picking it up and laying it down. Which will be fine because we're just throwing color on. No wrong answers. Here, we'll be smarter about this. Smart is doing that. Then we'll grab a lighter gray, much lighter, like zoom, right around there because I'm going to do a lot of fun with fire. Fun with fire. That would be a program that probably got got a lot of views. Let me come here, grab another nice brown. Yeah, that's a little too light. Let's try that. Damn, that'll do. Because I'm going to hit the Magic Nostalgia button pretty soon. But to do that, it has to be done. And my hand is starting to hurt. I haven't gotten to take the break, so I normally do. So there's pacing outside in the hallway. Powers that be are noticing my absence with dinner approaching or delayed, but that's okay because this is speed. We like speed. We like going the distance. We like going for speed. That's a good coffee cup blue. I like that blue. That's a good coffee cup blue. I'm doing so many shady things. I'm drawing with my elbow, with my wrist instead of my whole arm. Shame, Nick, shame. But this is how we pick it up and lay it down when it's time. We need an almost black. Need a light. That'll work. That's just going to be our buddy for a while. That's fine. Get some red up in here. You want that popped. Orange. Blue. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Grab that so I can get in here real quick. See, now we're starting to get what we want. Almost. Almost. Grab that. And I am just using the right click grab that function. And then simply yoinking whatever color I need from the background and dialing it in. Although I occasionally find new colors because I keep forgetting that it registers this layer, which doesn't need to be there anymore. So let's get rid of that. Yes, I want to delete that layer. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Toodaloo. Well, I'm not on layer. I want to be, there we go. Boom. Okay, now let's grab that red. We're just speed coloring this guy in. Yes, good King Wenceslas is stuck in my head. It will be stuck in my head most of the holiday season. Which, we're a week out from Christmas. I should be more tangled up in it, but we'll get there. Okay. Now, let's see. What else does this need? Well, Nick, it needs the orange. Yes, I know it needs the orange. That's not the right orange. I need a very orange. And if it seems like it's an excessive shade, you're not wrong. But I am doing it quite to purpose. Because we're going to do a trick. And once we've done this trick, a lot of things will make a lot more sense. Like, boy, that color's overdriven, Nick. Oh no, what are you doing? You're overdriving it. Yes, I know. Have you gone mad? He's gone mad with the power people. What's he doing? Oh, he's shining it over there. He's letting it shine out on the wall. How? How can this? Someone must stop him. He's wild. He's become a crazed creature. Well, we're almost there. I love how Nick reads minds and gives it voice. Well, that's because it's my job, you know. Allegedly, anyway. Now we've done that. We've done that. Oh, what is he doing now? It's so excessive. Alrighty. I don't know if I'm going to worry about the stuff outside. This is kind of speedy, but that's okay. Come over here, and we're going to hit the slider. And find that nostalgic fuzz button. Oh, that's delightful. Now that we've pulled the opacity down, we'll come over here. We'll go add glow. Let's go soft light. Now let's see how that looks. Almost exactly like I did. It's almost like I've been doing this sort of thing without having access to the right tools to do this sort of thing for a very long time. Because when you look back on these memories of old, they fade, they yellow a little bit in your mind. But the really beautiful stuff stays, usually. You may have to fight to keep it, but there are beautiful, warm points in this holiday season where joy and peace, a world of scariness where goodwill towards men still exists. I have to do something. I have to do something. Doesn't have to be much, but it has to be there for me. And if that bothers anyone, that's fine. Need the right black. It's not popular sometimes to talk about it. I don't believe in inflicting somebody's religion on others, but if I'm drawing a Christmas picture, however small, however seemingly background it may be, oh, I'm using the wrong tool. That's what's wrong. No, I should be doing right. I don't know what's going on here. That's fine. Better. They needed that. All right, and we'll come over here real quick. Oh, I need this. I know what happened. That's fine. Well, folks, that's nice. And I think with that, I will sign it somewhere. Jeez, I did not leave myself a lot of places to sign this. That's okay. And we will come back here. Oh, I did that thing again, didn't I? I didn't even realize I bumped it. There we are. But there we go. Christmas speed paint. That's what this one was. This was a bit of old-fashioned speed paint. Have a wonderful night, Carl. I think this one will go. Wait. Yes. That is now that. We will export our time lapse. We'll hit OK because we know that's going to be good. Probably later tonight, I will have all these guys. And we'll be back on track for winding down this year's the 2022 part of Never Mind the Furthermore. Now I'm going to come here. I'm going to go right here. I need to check everything, of course. And of course, it's going to be argumentative. That's fine. Pull the size down. Now this one might be a little harder to see than usual. I think I'm going to have to play with the color. Yellow? Oh, no. So highlight both. I can go. No, yellow's the wrong way to go with that. Orange? Nope. Blue. Almost there. That's not bad. I take that because that's muted but functional, and shrink it a bit. And move it, say here. Maybe. Let's come back. We'll check the colors again. It needs to. Can I get my red back? It would be nice. It's not terribly legible. That'll do. That will do, friends. I'll export single layer. Ping. One E75. Oh, alrighty. That looks like that project is done. I have all the tools to finish up what I'm doing. And I hope you found this stream enjoyable. I'll be doing more art streams as time allows. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon for Never Mind the Furthermore. But this has been Art Time with Nick. I'm Nick Talker. Have a nice day.